Tom McDonald's music fucking sucks. Hey, hello everyone, it's me, Demented Ghastly here, and today we're going to be analyzing Total Drama All-Stars Episode 11, Sundae, Muddy Sunday. One of the, if not the most hated Total Drama episode of all time. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, okay, maybe not this video, but go like other I Lonely Umbrella videos. Total Drama videos are currently getting taken down due to stuff like HBO Max getting Total Drama and them being like, but we don't want it on YouTube because we want people to watch our stuff. So, we can't really deal with that right now. So let's get into Total Drama All-Stars Sunday, Muddy Sunday, and analyze why this episode is god-awful in writing. Before this, I'd like to preface that a couple episodes prior, Courtney and Gwen said they wanted to be friends and pretty much said screw Duncan, as well as both saying that they want to go to Final 2, and they both said I mean it too within a confessional, which is a private confessional, so there is no reason why either of them would lie in there. Especially Courtney, as we will see in this episode.
Last time on Total Drama All-Stars, Gwen found out that Courtney got kissy with Scott and Cameron. And their on-again, off-again friendship went way off. Alejandro hit a DVD
Courtney,
of Mike's bad behavior somewhere beyond the range of my cameras.
Courtney has already started screwing herself over, but she's still in a good position right now. Her kissing Cameron was Cameron kissing her. She's obviously too freaked out about it because she obviously came off a little bit strong with how she was trying to defend herself when Gwen was like, okay, whatever, dude. As well as Courtney starting to get jealous of Zoe and Gwen's relationship. So let's start it off by looking quickly from this to this. As you can see, for allies, we have Scott and Gwen for Courtney, which means that they currently control the votes, with Zoe being on okay terms with Courtney, and Mike being Mike. So, therefore, Courtney is in an advantageous position right now. However, that is not going to last for long, as we're about to see.
That handsome weasel. And the final 6 ran the brutal obstacle course and proved that the old saying is true. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you really, really sore.
After Courtney kissed Cameron, Scott as well turned on her, thinking that she kissed Cameron. However, she was able to get him back by being very forceful.
The winner? Zoe. Thanks to Mike. Or was it Mal? Seriously, who was it? I can't tell those guys apart. The flushie? Definitely Alejandro. Adios, Alajerko! Only 5 players remain. Who will live to play another day? And who will go sightseeing in Sewer City via the dreaded flush of shame? Find out.
Okay, can we acknowledge that too as bad writing?
Right here, right now, on Total.
What the heck? It's literally potty humor. And they shortened the theme song. That is another thing that people didn't really like about All-Stars, which started a whole thing with them shortening the intro, which continued in Pack 2, Island.
Where is it? Where did Alejandro hide it?
Mike? What happened?
Hey, Zoe! I was just helping to water the plants, and I dropped one against the wall. So...
As you can see, Mal is lying very obviously here. He's doing this all season, but this is one of the moments where you can completely tell that the writers were just trying to make it obvious that he's lying, kind of like how Scott did, except with Mal is more obnoxious because they portray him as like the best manipulator known to man. Meanwhile, Scott, they kind of make fun of, as well as portray him as a manipulator. I'm not sure if they were trying to dumb it down for kids to tell who was lying here, but they did a very bad job of that. Also, they dumbed down Zoe extremely.
I thought Mike was back in control, but lately he's as weird gets. Ugh. I just wish I could see inside his head. Not literally. That would be gross.
Alejandro has incriminating footage of me on a DVD and hid it somewhere in the hotel. He said it's in the art. But how can anyone tell which piece has been tampered with when it's all so hideous? I also know Zoe's getting suspicious. That
Yeah.
could be a problem.
Because you're bad
especially
at
with
this.
Mike on the loose in my head. His head, our head, whatever. He won't be able to hide from me much longer. I think Mal is getting weaker.
So am I. I gotta sit down.
Sitting is for after victory!
Who asked ya, comrade?
This is yet another thing
What
on the
the
way
heck?
to
Hey, yo, finally an audience.
getting to the button.
Yo, Dominic.
Which
I
is
hear
another
your dog
bad writing
has
choice.
No nose. How does he smell? Terrible.
Ah, genius. Give him a nickel.
Come on, Vito. Ditch the dummy and join us. We need you if we're gonna defeat Mal.
Defeat Mal? Not possible.
Wow, Vito's kid is hilarious.
I didn't say nothing. So who did?
Me. You'll never defeat me. Ow, 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 ow.
Let's go. Whoa, yeah, sure. Wait up.
Attention punching bags! Please gather in the forest clearing and bring your padded undies, cause today's challenge is
Obviously, we gotta just acknowledge that was sucky in general. The whole being in Mike's brain thing. They only did that for, like, Owen's dreams up until this point. So,
a butt kicker.
Whoa! Ugh. Hey, Gwen. How was your night on Boney Island?
Not bad, actually. A woolly beaver tried to eat me, so I climbed a tree to the top and slept in the canopy. Fell asleep looking at the stars.
Wow. Yeah, what a nightmare. Luckily, Gwen is super smart and totally strong, so she lived to tell the tale. Well, welcome back, Gwen. Welcome back, Gwen.
first thing, Courtney is usually a pretty good judge of character unless she is currently in the state of jealous or currently a state of getting rizzed by Alejandro. So, Courtney is not really understanding normal social cues, which is a bit strange for her as she was pretty normal in the first season.
What?
Nothing. I was just noticing that cutthroat vibe Zoe has about her. So two-faced. We should shun her. Are you still mad at me for all the kissing I did? Because like I said before, Scott was an accident and Cameron kissed me.
I'm not mad at you. I just hope your head is still in the game.
Don't worry, my head is totally in the game.
So you still want to go all the way to the finale with me?
Gwen, I promise. It's you and me, right to the end.
Which is what she said before, which makes it look like she's going to be telling the truth,
Winning
but
is
no.
great. But if you ask me, winning is everything. This is the farthest I've ever made it on Total Drama. And
Which is not true because she's actually gotten even farther in Total Drama Action, in which she got into the final four, also the final three. Because technically, Owen and her went at the same time, so third and fourth place are both up to interpretation.
I am going all the way. Scott is sweet.
Courtney likes to make lists. However, there is nothing showing that she had made this, nothing leading up to how she made this. She's never done this in any other season where she specifically created a list. The drawings are weird because this seems less of a... Keep in mind, Courtney is around 19 at this time. This is an extremely childish way to do
Beat on
this.
me for obvious reasons. So I'm keeping him around to the end since he'll probably let me win, which means Gwen goes second last, and Zoe has to go, like, now. The only wild card is Mike, but I'm pretty sure I can crush him. Making a chart always helps clarify things nicely.
Hey, Courtney. You're looking really, good. I mean, guys, nice.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, anytime. And, hey, if you need help lifting anything, just let me know. Yeah, that's the stuff. Arms like a cheetah.
I know, right?
Yet again, making fun of Scott, which is her current boyfriend-ish, who is one of her allies.
This is great. Courtney and I are back to being friends. Sure, it's taken a while for her to trust me again, but it was worth it.
Hope you two got lots of sleep, 'cause I'm feeling as strong as an ox.
Don't you mean strong as a rat?
Huh?
Oh, you haven't seen Courtney's...
So, once again, the chart just comes up out of nowhere.
Huh? What?
This was introduced in this episode. If she had been starring it earlier in an earlier episode, maybe we would have had an idea of how this was going to work. Also, he found it off screen. There is no footage of him stealing the chart. In the first place, why would Courtney just leave a chart lying somewhere? Wouldn't she put it in her pocket or something like that? That's something that Courtney is very strategic with. She would not let something like that just
Chart.
disappear.
Great plan, by the way. Not how I want it to go down, but still.
Second last?
Also, they immediately assumed that it was drawn by her, even though it looks like it was drawn by a 5-year-old. So, it's a little bit weird how they immediately go gunning for her, thinking that she did this immediately. Especially when they don't currently trust Mike that much.
Right to the end, my butt.
I can explain.
You gave me a tail? Wow!
Also a little bit weird for Scott, because that's, like, the only thing that he, thought in this case, was that she was comparing him to a rat, and that's the only reason why he's angry at her. However, it does seem like it's weird how, she's obviously saying that she is letting him into the final two, which is just a little bit strange.
Wait!
Oh, please. Even you can't talk your way out of this one.
Sensitive much?
Courtney was only pretending to be my friend? Ugh, how did I not see that?
Probably because there's nothing leading up to this situation, this episode, the scenario, anything that's happening right now was introduced in this episode about, like, we're only 6 minutes and 42 seconds in, which means that it was introduced, like, 3 minutes ago.
She's going down.
A tail! And it's pointed like a rat tail. I will never forgive her for this. Never! Not unless she really, really wants me to.
Thanks, Mike, but I am not getting flushed down that giant toilet. I mean, it sort of suits the others, but I am not.
And yet again, with the acting like a child, Courtney is clearly acting at a lower mental capacity than she is shown in other things. As the series has gone on, she's gone pettier and more childish and throws more and more tantrums, with it ultimately ending in All-Stars with a complete character derailment.
A giant toilet swimming.
Which was introduced in this episode, because up to this point, she's been sort of okay.
Kind of girl.
Behold, my sad, skinny interns.
Oh.
I totally forgot to feed them this week.
Yet again, showing a little bit of Chris's derailment of his own character by showing that he currently does not only not care about the lives of his own interns, but he actually thinks this funny. So does Mal,
I know. Funny, right?
which is another thing that Zoe should be concerned about.
So, today's challenge is a race to make a delicious sundae and serve it up to good old what's his name and who's it's over here.
Whoa, yes! I know my Sundays. I worked at an ice cream shop for 3 weeks. Then I got fired for flinging a scoop of raspberry swirl at a customer. But she started...
Courtney worked at an ice cream shop, so she should be good with ice cream. I'm going to take a little bit from, Switchy here, because obviously, this video, some of the information that's in it, I got from his video on All-Stars, which is one thing that I forgot about is the fact that she worked at an ice cream store and how they purposely do something to her ice cream to make it look worse than everyone else's, which is interesting and a little bit weird.
it with all her, excuse me, I was on my break.
So, to make this fun, for me, you'll have to travel to the most dangerous areas on the island to procure the ingredients of this dessert. Your ice cream awaits at the top of the diving cliff, which the ice machine has been making nice and slippery all week. The maraschino cherry...
I think this is a perfect time to pause and pull up the tier list real quick, because in a matter of about 5 minutes, Courtney's allies have just become enemies, with Mike, which we will now replace with Mal, also becoming an enemy, and Zoe is on neutral terms, seeing that Courtney is not a good person. Now, Courtney has all the things rigged against her and no chance of coming back.
Berries are perched on a rock in the swamp. You'll find crushed peanuts in the old cafeteria, and the final ingredient, chocolate sauce, can be found in a pool surrounding a recently planted mutant fire flower.
You're sick, McLean.
What can I say? Prison changed me. For the better. The first person to have their sundae completely consumed by the interns wins.
Oh my god,
On your
they're on the
marks.
ground. Holy crap, they might be dead.
What are you waiting for? They're hungry. Scram!
Gwen, that chart meant nothing. Seriously, it was not serious.
Save your incredibly bad breath, Chartney. From now on, it's every woman for herself.
Childish name-calling. Interesting.
Ugh, why can't Gwen just be impressed with my genius and go along with it? Huh, no
Genius, that looks like it was made by a 3rd grader. Courtney, what is going on right now?
wonder she has such a hard time keeping friends.
Mike, I have to know.
Oh my
Why
god.
did you expose Courtney in front of everyone like that? It was just so, mean.
Another
did it
time.
For us. For you, really. I want you to win. But without Cam, we're outnumbered. Courtney, Gwen, and Scott, they're too powerful together. We have to break them up. And you gotta admit, she kinda had it coming.
It's not like Mike to enjoy someone else's misery.
Yeah, it's not like Mike. So you should notice that the guy who has multiple freaking personality disorder is acting a little bit out of character. Maybe it's a character. I
Even
don't
if
know,
it is
man.
Courtney's. When Alejandro was making that big goodbye speech, he said there was a greater evil lurking. He also said the truth is in the art.
So, not only do you notice how your little boyfriend is acting really weird and very evil, and also was searching in the hotel for something in the art, and you think, it's probably Courtney.
Man, typical Alejandro. Hot and infuriating right to the end.
Out of the way! Courtney has to lose. I mean, I have to win.
Not cool!
This just in, Scott is first to reach the ice cream.
Yeah! No! Seriously? Seriously?
Gwen has scooped up first place.
Oh, great.
Oh, Easy does it. Ooh, I'll go ahead. Yeah, make sure it's safe. I'll have to ditch Zoe for a while so I can make sure Gwen doesn't win. I need to get back into the spa hotel to find the DVD Alejandro hid.
You know, you're as fit as me, practically. We should team up.
After what you did to Gwen? Sorry.
Well, there goes your only ally, too.
First place.
Hey, Scott, see you later. In the...
See this? She had all the same amount of time that Zoe did. So why are they purposely making her thing look more gross? Immediately, without anything that has happened beforehand. They're trying to show that she's being sloppy right now. She's being a bad person by purposely putting in little details to just make her look worse and worse.
The giant toilet.
It's forcing it down your throat is a very strange term that is used in a lot of bad ways, but especially when it comes to LGBTQ characters in media. However, this is one thing where they are forcing it down your throat. They're forcing it down your throat that you have to hate Courtney now. You have to hate her. In fact, if you don't hate her, what's wrong with you? You're insane. Everybody hates her. That's what they're saying in this episode.
In the giant toilet. And you'll be the one in the toilet, not me.
Laugh it up! But you're gonna lose, Courtney. I may be behind, but I'm as sure-footed as a... Oh. Let's get one thing clear. I wasn't afraid of the bear. I was screaming to confuse it. Yeah, that's it.
Even Scott, who is the one saving grace of All Stars, in my opinion, was not on his A game. That was one of the peaks of his humor this episode. However, the other jokes have been lacking.
Stanky!
Gwen's first to the cherries. Will she keep her lead? Not if Snappy has anything to say about it.
Snappy!
Bet that hurt.
Whoa! Thanks for the save!
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Oh my gosh, another gator!
Huh?
Sorry, false alarm!
Mike,
Another thing where Gwen could easily tell
it's the
Zoe.
lead.
Okay, Mike is either really brave, or really bananas, or really both.
Not just brave. That was not a brave thing to do. He just smashed your head into the water. What is wrong with you?
Oh, come on. My foot is stuck. Oh, too bad. If we were a team, I'd totally help you.
See?
But not in a million years. Bye.
It's melting while none of the other people's are.
Courtney is the greater evil Alejandro was talking about.
I've got 3 kinds of ice cream and a cherry. Funny, all I can taste is victory. Uh-oh. Good.
Dooming herself with that sentence. Like when the Amazons said that they would have luck in the Amazon.
Gator! Nice Gator! Please don't eat me!
Wow, she's just swamped. Who will survive the Sundae challenge? And who's about to become tomorrow's wildlife leftovers? Find out after the break on Total Drama All Stars.
Come on, foot! Yes! I'm free!
don't know what the problem is with that bear. It was just a little ice cream. No need to get hysterical.
And Mike is the first to enter.
Even the cutaway gags this episode, man, they're just not
The
hidden.
Crushed Nut Zone, where he'll face off against the newly rebuilt Total Drama Machine.
The what? Ah! Hey, Gwen! Watch out for the robot!
Ah! Whoa! Easy! I mean you no harm! Ah! Yes!
Oh, Gwen,
No time to chat!
Wait! I'm sorry! I never should have made that chart. I still want us to be a team. I still want us to be friends. Please don't vote me off. Vote for Zoe.
Okay, I tell you what. I'll vote for Scott, and I'll try to convince Zoe to vote for him too.
Seriously?
I still want to be friends too.
Okay, well, let's check how that would work, shall we? My dear friends. Wait, 1 second. We need to hear the rest of the thing.
But to prove that I can trust you, you have to vote for yourself.
Vote for yourself.
Get real. You're just trying to make it unanimous.
So, going back to this. Now we have Courtney voting for herself, Scott voting for herself, and Mal is the wild card. Courtney obviously knows Mal probably doesn't like her that much if he revealed that. Gwen and Zoe would be voting for Scott. Mal is probably not going to vote for Scott. Mike would, but Mal is not. Courtney already knows that. So this is a horrible course of action. Gwen may convince Zoe, but she doesn't know that she could convince Mike to do it as well. So, therefore, Courtney is screwed no matter how you cut it.
That's a chance you'll just have to take.
But, fine. Oh, now what? Ah! This can't be legal. Ah!
And Mike is the first to reach the chocolate fire zone.
Sweet.
But Gwen is hot on his heels and fueled by rage, so it's still anybody's game.
Still want to be friends, but we'll just see about that. Whoa, it's huge!
Yep. Toxic waste, the most terrifying growth hormone money can buy.
Ah!
Ah!
Yes!
Gwen exits the chocolate fire zone and retakes the lead.
Ha! That's more like it.
Sucker!
Ah!
Ha! Adios, dirt boy!
Ugh. Oh! Yes! Finally caught a break! Ah! Oh! Eh! Ah! Eh! Ah!
Mike,
Holy
are you
crap,
okay?
Scott just died.
Oh, I will be. I just have to fix something. You have to beat Gwen or else we're both on the chopping block. Hurry!
Okay, but if I win, I promise we'll both go to the spa. Mwah!
Let's rock. This challenge is getting too close for my liking. It's time for a little sabotage.
Oh.
Hey! What are you doing?
Oh, it was an accident. Sorry.
He just left.
I think that pipsqueak did that on purpose.
Oh, you think, Scott?
Nice move. Dirt would have been my first
Okay.
choice as a topping back home. See you at the finish line.
I can't use dirt. What would my former employer...
As you can see, Scott picked up dirt, which we know that he can eat, which automatically makes you think, oh, this is going to be a thing where Courtney's going to get something inedible, and they're gonna have to eat something. Meanwhile, Scott, however, is going to eat dirt and he's going to be
Lawyer
fine.
think. It's totally burned up. Fine, chocolate poles it is. The coals are still warm. They're making my ice cream melt. Ew. Meh. What? It's for Chris's interns, and he never feeds them any.
Remember when Izzy hit her head on the dock in the first episode of Total Drama Island, and Courtney was the only one who helped her up and tried to make sure she was okay? Yeah, I remember that too.
As if they're going to be picky. They should thank me.
Run faster! I don't care who wins as long as it's not Courtney.
Ta-da! Shortcut!
And she makes it first, therefore she should be safe, right?
I win! Eat it, interns!
Surprise! Change of plans. You have to eat your own sundaes.
Oh, cool.
Yes!
Chris does this, which immediately means Courtney is going to have the inedible Sundae. Meanwhile, the interns, however, are going to actually starve to
First
death.
to finish wins immunity. Everyone else is on the chopping block. So, dig in.
I can't do it! I can't eat disgusting foods! I'm just not gross like the others!
Remember when she ate all the gross food for Alejandro in the Chinese episode, which was horribly racist? But, like, remember when she did that? I can't eat gross foods my ass.
Ah, brain freeze! Easy to laugh when you have no brain to freeze.
You're just jealous because I'm almost done.
Boom! Just like that.
And once again, Zoe wins challenge after challenge, which is a little
Zoe
weird.
wins the challenge and immunity.
Phew! Yes!
You gonna eat that?
Here!
Not so.
They don't let Scott win in order to give you some doubts that Courtney will go home.
Fast. Everyone has to eat their own sundae. Remember? You won't get anything else.
They're
to eat
still
until
dying
you
over there.
finish
What the heck?
sundae you thought was good enough to feed my interns. I wouldn't feed them that.
Yes, you would. In fact, you're not even gonna feed them at all, which is objectively worse.
It's not my fault! Mike ruined the chocolate on purpose!
But you're the one who put
And yes, yet again, Zoe just
in your
ignores everything.
sundae.
What was I supposed to do? Skip the chocolate sauce?
Yes.
Well, now I know for next time?
Chris would never accept it if they didn't get the chocolate sauce at all. What the heck? That's
I know
another
I was a
thing.
bad friend, but please, please don't vote for me.
And she still has her ice
I
cream.
won't, as long
Which is a little bit weird, considering, you know, oh man. She would only have it if she was going to the dock of shame. Or the dock of shame and going down into the flesh of loserdom, huh? Otherwise, why would she have this ice cream on her person?
long as you vote for yourself. By the way, your sundae smells like the outhouse. Guess she's not hungry.
Elimination
This is unnecessarily cruel, even for Gwen.
time. Tonight, Zoe got immunity, and Scott and Courtney are on thin ice. Scott, you finished dead last, and you're all out of allies. Courtney, backstabbing your friends and trying to poison my interns? Really? It's time to vote.
After that chart, who can ever trust Courtney again? Anyway, I look nothing like that picture she drew of me. Mama always says I'm as handsome as a mule.
All right. I've tabulated the votes, and tonight's loser with 3 votes to 2 is Courtney.
You can't flush me yet. I'm still eating. Mm.
3 votes to 2. Let's take a quick look at that. Take a look at that tier list again, huh? 3 votes to 2. Did Courtney vote for herself? And did Gwen convince Zoe? Well, that was kind of off screen, which means that someone didn't vote for Scott in this case. And I'm going to assume that the two was Gwen and Courtney, because Courtney probably voted for Scott and Gwen probably voted for Scott, but didn't tell Zoe because Zoe already dislikes Courtney. Meanwhile, Courtney didn't do what Gwen asked. But we'll never know, will we? Which would be more interesting because we'd find out a little bit more about this whole situation.
That's the spirit. Never give up. I know. We're all gonna miss her.
Well, she wasn't all bad.
Congrats on making it to the Final Four. Zoe, the Spa Hotel is all yours because from now on, winners can't take anyone along with them.
Oh no! Really? Sorry, Mike.
No worries. You deserve it.
It's great to be back. Except for all these new paintings of Chris. Yuck! What was it Alejandro said? It's in the art.
Only 4 competitors remain. Who's here to stay and who's gonna get flushed away? Good painting, right? Find out next time on an all-new Total Drama All-Stars!
That concludes Total Drama All-Stars Study Monday, Sunday, an analysis by me, Demented Ghastly, which, by the way, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, that way you can see whenever I upload. You can also make sure to go and check out my community polls, because I let you guys vote, because we're a democracy here, on which video I do next. As well as, one more thing, make sure to go outside, compliment someone's hair, and make the world a little bit of a better place. Bye-bye!